Hey guys, so yesterday I released this new game called Action Brains, and in this game this game's kind of like Brains except you have like this lots of inventory items. You can actually go around and destroy boxes to acquire items, and you can like craft them and stuff. So there's a lot of new elements that have been added to the original Brains. I'm looking to add some more stuff. The first thing I'm thinking about adding is a melee weapon. So right now in this game, there's this baseball bat, which I'm trying to show it to you guys, but I haven't had much luck getting it out from the box. Let's open these ones and see if I can get baseball bat. Nope, just water bottles. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I got pistol, and so I can actually shoot pistols. Um, and then there's a baseball bat. So baseball bat is okay, except it's not very effective against many zombies that are coming at you. So I'm trying to add the new weapon, sledgehammer, and using this video, I'll show you how I'm gonna be making that. So let's start by opening my a a sprite, S sprite, or whatever it is. So this is the original sprite for the baseball bat. So there's like four frames to it. This is like the image of the baseball bat when it's dropped in the ground. Oh no, there's zombies coming. So as you guys can see, it's not very effective against the zombies. It's pretty good for like if you're like trying to like open boxes and stuff, but yeah, again, it's not really good. So where am I? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the existing baseball bat and make the sledgehammer. So I'm going to save this as sledgehammer, so as a new file, and I am going to change the size of the canvas size, and we'll go with I don't know, like 70, I guess, 70 and 60, and we're gonna move it to the bottom. Yeah, so yeah, this is what I'm going to do. All right, so now let's modify the images here. I'm not a really good I'm not really good artist nor the animator, so you just have to bear with me here. But all right, cool. So how am I gonna draw the sledgehammer? I'm gonna use the eraser. Um, like maybe like this, and I'm gonna choose a gray color. So there's the hammerhead. Okay, and let's add a bit of shade to it. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, not sure how convincing it is, but it's a start, right? So next frame, all right? So I'm just gonna erase again a bunch of stuff, make it skinnier. Um, okay, there you go. And add, I'm gonna use the existing color, of course, and make the hammerhead. Whoa, okay. So I just used the fill function, but oh, okay, it's because it wasn't continuous. There you go. So use the fill function, um, and use the shading effect here as well. Maybe I'll make it a little thicker here, actually. Okay, there. All right, and we're gonna do that again, not like this. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and the third frame is kind of like that. Oops, eraser, right? Um, on, go like this. Um, man, why is it so hard to draw straight lines? Okay, I think that's good. And again, the sledgehammer, the hammerhead. Do sledgehammers even look like this? I don't even know. I'm just imagining it. I'm just drawing it as I go. So I'll be doing, oops, you know what? That's not how shadows work. It's supposed to be down here, right? Oh no. Wrap, wrap, there you go. Okay. And just make it a little fatter here on the top. Uh, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so I think the image became a bit bigger than it needs to be. And another thing is, I'm not quite sure if it's any bigger than the bat itself. Let's see. Let's compare the size here. Oh, okay. So this is the bat. This is the sledgehammer. Oh no, is this the bat? Okay, like that. Okay. So sledgehammer is like this big. Basal bat is like this big. It's just slightly bigger. I think it needs to be a little bigger, to be honest. So I'm just gonna kind of cheat here and just, oops, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, there. Just make it just slightly bigger. Give it a little extra reach. Okay, that's better. Um, so it's, just to make it worth a while to actually get the sledgehammer over the bat. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. That's awesome. All right, and then I'm also gonna copy this and it's gonna replace that with the sledgehammer. Let's bend it around a little bit. I think that's better. No, no, no. I'm trying to copy that. How do I do this? Okay, so copy, paste. There you go. I'm just gonna extend it just like that. I still need to use a bit of brush, it seems. And I think it's okay. Um, maybe just polish the head a little bit here. I think I'm just being a little too. Um, I don't think I need to do this. That's my dog. His name's Taro. I think you probably heard about him. If you've been playing Brains enough, it's kind of a big deal, I think. All right, so it's done. Okay, so there's our sledgehammer. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so what I'm gonna do now next is I am going to first save it and not save this. I don't need to save it. Yeah, save the sledgehammer, and I am going to export it, I think, as a sprite sheet. Okay, now it became a sprite sheet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and save it as PNG image. Okay, good. Oh no, okay, good. There you go. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to. By the way, someone, Grassman made this game. I'm totally talking like, uh, you know, I'm going off topic here, but yeah, this guy made this game, and I think it's actually pretty cool. So I think he definitely deserves some exposure. So I mean, he put in a lot of work into this game. Like, look at that. I'm a Mothman now. Like, how cool is that? I don't quite know how this game works. I don't know about the rules or anything, but I think it's really cool about what he's done. Soon, I don't know if you guys can tell from this video, but there's a bit of this stuttering effect when I'm moving around. Not so much right now, but sometimes it happens. Let me try to jump. Okay, it's not happening as much right now, but it sometimes happens, and we added this extrapolation feature so that things are gonna look a lot smoother. Yeah, I don't think you guys can tell, but anyways, just letting you guys know we're always working on something. Whoa, okay, this dude came in. I have no idea what to do with him. What do I do? Do I press a button or I don't even know. Okay, going back to the topic here. Whoa, there's a lot of players here. I'm testing out a new weapon. All right, I'm asking these guys for help. And meanwhile, I'm gonna add this item. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna fork the existing baseball bat. Fork it. Back to the existing game, Action Brains. All right, so there's 2 baseball bats now, and I'm gonna change the name to Sledgehammer for this guy. Change the tile sheet. There's 4 columns. Upload. And where's the Sledgehammer that I made? There it is. The Sledgehammer sheet. Submit. And the inventory image should also change. Ooh, okay, so I think I guess I need to do one more thing. So I'm going to go back here and save this image. Or how do I do this? Maybe I can do this like this. Copy that. Make a new image file. Put it in. Save it as Sledgehammer PNG. Okay, and that's gonna be my inventory image. Alright, there you go. So we got the Sledgehammer. And the next thing I need to do is to set up the body type. So when it's dropped, it's going to be, okay, so I changed the size of the image, right? So the height's actually 60 now, and the width is going to be 240 divided by 4, which is it 670, right? Yeah, 70, 60 is the dimension. So when it's dropped, that's how big it's gonna be. When it's selected, also it's gonna be 70, 60. And I know for a fact that I'm going to have to change the unit anchor for the Sledgehammer. For now, it's 5 and 27, but it's gonna look kind of weird. So, but aside from that, I think we're pretty good. Oh, yeah, I should totally set the damage. Let's make it super strong. Let's go 100. Yeah, and what else is there? So there's 100. And I need to set some variables too. So um, I should totally set the Okay, this is making a noise and I'm no, I can't just I can't turn the ad off. But ad is good. It pays for our servers. So um, but what I was gonna say is I should totally set a variable for knockback force so that we can define how far things get knocked back when they get attacked by different types of items. So I'm gonna set the knockback as 1500, and there's another variable I wanted to set, which is the distance, or should I say, yeah, range. Should I say range? Weapon range. I think like 200. I think 100 is good. So the range as in like how far is it gonna shoot or hit the target at. We kind of have some of these fields here if I set this weapon as a ranged weapon, but that's not what I'm trying to do. It's gonna be a melee weapon. So also we're gonna have this weapon fire like a lot slower than normal items. So let's go like 900 milliseconds. So it's almost it fires at almost like every 1 second, or let's just set it so that it fires every 1 second. Um, okay, I think this is good. So we set the range and knockback force. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for baseable bat. We're gonna set the variable. Where's the variables? Yeah, there. So we're gonna set the knockback force as for baseball. We'll go 900, and for distance or range, we'll set it as 70 instead of 100. We'll just set it like that for now because I think I hard coded a value in scripts about how far the units are going to be when they get hit. Oh wow, okay, look at this. The distance is actually 20 by default, so I need to lower the distance for both baseball bat and the sledgehammer. So this is 20. So what I'm going to do is instead of using 20 hard-coded value, I'm going to use a entity variable, and we're gonna set range of the what is it, last used item, right? Yeah, item, last used item there. Okay, there, good. So basically what's happening here is when an item is used, so like sledgehammer, baseball bat, or even like melee weapons, and if the state is like state prepare or fight, meaning like in this zombie game, there's different states, like waiting for the zombie outbreak, it's game over, or you're preparing for the zombie outbreak and stuff like that. So if it's during the prepare stage or fight stage or state, and if the weapon that, so sorry, this script gets triggered when somebody uses the item, right? So when someone uses the item, it checks whether if the state is correct and checks if the weapon that's being used is a melee weapon. Just quickly going back to the environment. If you take a look at like, let's say, where's the baseball bat? There. If you look at the baseball bat, you're gonna see that the like it has the variable is melee weapon and it's set as true. So it checks for that also. And while I'm here, I'm going to set the range from 70 to like 40. I think that's a lot more reasonable. And I'm also going to do the same thing for nail bat here, I guess. We'll set the range as 40, and we're also going to set the knockback force as, what should I set it as? Let's set it as, 80? No, I mean, what I'm talking about, not 1,000, I think, I guess. And the damage should actually be higher, I think. It should be like 120, yeah. Nail bat, and then we have the fist. So we need to set the variable, the fist. So range should be, was like 20, right? I think 20 is good. And the fist should have the range of about 20. Okay. Is there any other melee weapons? So we have the fist. Oh yeah, and we need to go back to the sledgehammer. And range should be in, so 100 is way too high, I think. We should go 50? 60 maybe. Yeah, 60 is good, I think. And you know what? I think I should totally make the knockback force higher than 1500. Just maybe, you know what? Maybe 1500 is good. I just go 1600 just for the lulls. Um, and yeah, I think I said everything correct, right? 40, yeah, that looks good. Maybe I'll go 30, man. 30, 40, 30, 30, 35. Let's go 35. And the nail that was, what was it again? Range was 40, right? Yeah, 35. Yeah. Okay. And the wire cutter. Yeah, that's another melee weapon. I'm gonna set this as range 35. Let's go 50. Nah, 45 for these guys. And what was the damage for this item again? 200. Holy crap. Maybe a little too high there. We'll say 250. Okay, so that's good. going back to when the item's used, so we are using the range as the distance, at a distance range of the last used item. So sorry guys, I'm just gonna read this through again so you guys know that this script gets triggered when someone uses the item. Make sure it's in the right state. Make sure it's the melee weapon. And then what it's going to do is it's going to create a little square in front of the unit, in front of the unit that's using the item, at a distance of the range that we just defined, right? So for baseball bat, what it's going to do is it's going to create a little square region with 20 height 20 region in front of the unit at a distance of 35. Just to quickly illustrate what I mean by that, let me show you. So let's say if this is your unit, hold on, can I just color this as white? Okay, there. All right. So if this is your unit, and if the unit is looking to this direction, right? It's going to offset the distance to, like, let's say if this is the baseball bat, it's going to offset the distance of 35, like right here. Okay, so here's 35 offset. So that's the distance away from the unit, and it's going to create a square. And we're talking about pixels here, right? So this is not quite square, it looks more like rectangle, but bear with me here. So the square's dimension is going to be 20 by 20. 20, hopefully you can read that, and width is 20 also. Yeah. So, and then what it's going to do is it's going to select all entities within this region. So if there's like a box here, or like a zombie here, or whatever, it's going to consider all of those guys, and then it's going to do a loop for all these entities inside this region. And for all those entities, one at a time, right? So it's gonna go through do the box first, and then the zombie, and then something else, one at a time. It's going to do some checkings, right? So if the type of the entity is unit, and if the item that's being used is baseball bat, then it's going to apply force 800, except we're not going to do this like that anymore. What we're going to do instead is we are just going to get rid of this, because it's no longer just baseball that knocks back the target entities. We're just going to apply knockback force that we've been entering. So we're going to use the entity variable again, and we're going to use knockback force of the last used item, right? Last used item. Where are you? There, last used item. So we're going to apply the knockback force of the last used item on the selected entity that's inside the region, at the angle between the triggering unit and the entity. Okay. So we're gonna push back the entities when they're hit, and what else is here? I think we're good. So now that we modify the script, we modify the script now that it considers the range and the knockback force that we've been entering for each one of these items in like last 10 minutes. So I think we're good. Range, yeah, they all have range. Zombie fist and human fist range, yeah. So we have that. So I think we're good. Um, okay, so we added a sledgehammer, but we need to test it, right? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna just give the sledgehammer to all players so we can test it, right? So sledgehammer, go okay. And then I'm gonna tell everybody by sending a message to everyone. Okay, so I'm restarting. Yeah, so guys know. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and restart the game. Hopefully they'll all come back and join the game again. I said wait, but I'm sorry. I've already clicked on the republish button. Okay, so we're in the game, and we are given with the sledgehammer. And as you can see, the offsetting isn't quite right, but we can use it, which is pretty cool. So I need to offset this so that it goes up by, I don't know, like 5 pixels, I think. I think 5 is good. So sledgehammer, where are you? There you are. Body types selected. Offset it by, let's go 35. So about 8 pixels. So bring it up like that. I don't get people that always say, "Oh, can I say something to you? Can I ask you a question? Can I whatever?" You know what? Just go ahead and say it, you know? It's fine. Um, okay. Yeah, sorry, dude. Nothing much I can do about that. I must be some weird bug. Anyways, guys, it seems like the sledgehammer is working. It's pushing back the boxes, and I like to see how far it pushes the zombies back. And let me make sure the fist is working also. Yeah, it's working. Lovely. This is great. Yeah, there's been a lot of updates, and it's really hard to pinpoint like what it could have been. All right, so the zombies are spawning. So let's go ahead and test our sledgehammer. Okay, sledgehammer. Here we are. Come here, zombies. Blah, blah. Oh no, this isn't. You know what? I think I need to push the zombies back a little harder. It's not that effective. Oh god. Okay, it's not really that good. So there's gonna be a couple of things I'm gonna try to do. One is, you know what? Honestly, I think the unit's a little too fast to begin with. So I'm going to reduce the speed for everyone. So 2 of 30, we're gonna go 200. Also change the minimum maximum value as well. The mutant zombies, speed 160. We'll go 140, I guess. Let's go 145. And the king mutant, which are the player zombies, we'll make them so that they go 230. Yeah, let's do that. Save. And going back to the sledgehammer. So baseball bat, I'll have it so they pushes back the unit by 1,000. And then sledgehammer, we're gonna make it so it pushes back units by, let's go 2,000. Knockback force. Yeah, 2,200. I'm also gonna make sure that the body types are correct. Just one more time. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, it looks fine to me. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and refresh the game or republish the game. While the game's republishing, I'm gonna make changes to the game so that Sledgehammer is spawning. There's a chance of getting Sledgehammer when we open up the boxes. So if you look at where is it? If you look at the random item, so this is a script that gets called to return a random item type, and all item types have different chance of being spawning. So, for example, this is honestly, I'm a little ashamed about how this script is written. It's a bit obscure, but basically, uh, what we do here is we set this arbitrary random number, any random number between 0 to 115. So it could be like 15, 80, 100. It could be just whatever number, and then based on what number it is, there's different chance of getting a certain item. So if the random number, let's say, was 5, then we're gonna get canned tuna. Because it says if the random number is less than 10, which 5 is less than 10, we're gonna get the tuna. If number is like, let's say 35, then we're not gonna get the canned tuna. We're not going to get the can opener because 35 is greater than 18, 22, and then so if the number was 35, we're gonna get the water bottle because it's anything that's less than 40 but greater than 22, and so on. So we have a bunch of different types of items that are spawning at different chance. I am going to spawn the sledgehammer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the script and paste it, just extend it. And we're gonna create a sledgehammer that we created. So there's gonna be a chance of getting sledgehammer. I'm gonna make the chance of getting it at like, I don't know, 120%. I mean, that's not what I'm saying, not 120%, but the chance of getting it would be like, I don't know, like 10%, because if the number has to be between 110 and 120 in order for the sledgehammer to spawn when the boxes are destroyed. So we are going to do that and make sure the number is actually between 0 to 120. So there is a chance of spawning sledgehammer. So I think that's good. And actually, let's go back to the game and see how the sledgehammers are functioning. Hopefully they'll look better. Oh no, I'm a zombie. Darn it. Okay, well, since I'm not wearing the sledgehammer, since I'm not carrying the sledgehammer, I'm gonna have to find somebody that has sledgehammer. Where are you? Where are you, bud? You know, I should totally like create a feature where I can call zombies to follow me. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Where are you, man? I need to look at my sledgehammer. Okay, he fell for it. Let's go get him. Oh no, our zombie troop stuck. Come on, guys. Okay. Oh, stop pushing me around, Zan. Is it Jan or Yan? I don't know. Okay, there. Follow me, my zombie troop. Let's go get Nixter 48. All right. By the way, if your frame rate is low, we added an option where you can change the resolution of the game so that your frame rate will go up. Oh, Nick totally lied to me. He's not up here. I don't see you here. Where are you? Oh, is that him? I think that's him. Says need food. Let's get Nick. There you go. Okay, that's pretty good, right, guys? I'm pretty convinced. That looks like Sledgehammer. Hit me with Sledgehammer. No, 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 no. Sledgehammer, man. No, dude, stop shooting me. Get the sledgehammer out. Oh no! Oh no, he died. That's okay. Next round, we're gonna be able to look at the sledgehammer. I still think it needs to go up by like 2 or 3 pixels. I think. Um, let's see. Or maybe you know what? Maybe it's just right. Let's see. Restarting 3 seconds. And here we go. Sledgehammer. Oh no, I have to rejoin the game to get the sledgehammer. Come on. All right. There's my sledgehammer. Oh, by the way, the inventory the item icon isn't showing correctly, so something's not set right. Let me see. There you go. So I just had the image. I forgot to do it, apparently. So I need to find sledgehammer and submit it. Yeah, there you go. That looks a lot better. Yes, so I think it looks good, guys. What do you guys think? Yeah. It's kind of weird because at the point of contact, it seems like the hammer is like zooming in. The hammerhead it becomes slightly bigger, which is actually kind of funny. I kind of like it. But yeah, let's see what happens when we are actually striking the zombies with our sledgehammer. How far the zombies get pushed back when hit by Sledge. So we need to wait like 20 seconds. Yeah, yeah. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go find some zombies to. Oh no, here it is. Test our. Oh wow. Okay, see how far we're pushing the zombies back? That's pretty cool. Wow. It feels like. Wow. Okay, this is actually really cool. I like this weapon. Wow, that's awesome. Don't you guys think this is awesome? I can push them back so far. Oh no, don't hit me. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, great. And one thing is that I think the sledgehammer does such an awkward amount of damage that I think it needs to do a little less or a little more. I think it needs to do less damage or should it do more damage? I'm not sure. Um, let's see. I think it should do more damage because this game's pretty hard. Let's make Sledgehammer do I don't know, damage weapon 120 just to make it a little less awkward. I think that's good. And now that I'm confident that Sledgehammer is good to go, I am not going to give Sledgehammer when player joins the game anymore because that was just for testing purpose. So all right, that's about it for the Sledgehammer tutorial, I guess. And my next tutorial is gonna be about how to make a grenade. So that's gonna be a fun one, I think. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or feedback, comments, or leave it in the comment section in the YouTube video. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.